Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Atlant Insights. I want to say Atlant Insights because it's I've gotten used to it, but I changed my channel name now to Oakleaf Insights instead. So that'll be in my new channel name for now. I chose to change it because I want to just change up a little bit how I make the videos. I focused on production and put out about one video per month. But I just want to be able to focus more on my research and be a little bit more consistent in my uploads. So I changed it to this more simple style, just talking and showing some websites and showing where I'm at with my research. And so hopefully I will be able to upload a lot more consistently and more often. So that is what will be happening now. And today, you already know what we're going to talk about today. Connection between Atlantis story and the Bible, right? And I will show how these two confirm each other, and also that the Atlantis story is actually not these 9,000 years before Solon, as is so traditionally believed, because as you may know, Japheth is a son of Noah. Noah survived the flood. And Japheth is traditionally the European peoples, right? And one of his names, as you can see here, is, where is it? Here. How did I miss it? Iapetus, as you can see, which is a Greek Titan god who was none other than the father of Atlas, right? And it is basically the same word. I mean, if you just take away the suffix "us", you get Japhet. So, of course, this is Japheth. I mean, it's quite obvious, right? Especially if you're into alternative history and so forth. You should at least consider this to be a possibility. And if this is true, that Japheth is Iapetus, the father of Atlas, then the Atlantis story is, of course, not pre-Diluvian but post-Diluvian, and that automatically makes it far later than the 9,000 years before Solon, right? Then it's after the flood. It's a post-Diluvian civilization, not pre. And this actually makes sense because, first of all, I mean, they fought with the Greeks, right? I mean, no one believes that the Greeks went as far back as 9,000 years before Solon. It's just ridiculous that they went that far back. And also, Plato himself says that it was in the time of Cecrops, and it is actually well established when Cecrops was in Greek chronology. It's in the standard Greek chronology, the Parian Chronicle, which Olof Rudbeck, the book that I'm researching in this channel is mostly about. I can talk about that very soon. He calls it the Arundel marbles. And part of that is the Parian Chronicles. And this is standard Greek chronology, as I said. The Arundel marbles, that's what it's called. It says that Cecrops was in 1600 BC. So, yeah. This dating is in line with standard Greek chronology. And Olof Rudbeck, so this is part of the Atlantica. Olof Rudbeck wrote this work in the 1600s, claiming that these lost civilizations was actually in Scandinavia. So that is what this channel is about. This work has not been translated at all since then. So that is my mission with this channel. And he says that the time of Cecrops, that the Arundel marbles places it at 2382 Anno Mundi. So Anno Mundi is a year after the creation of the world, which in the standard one is 4000. So the dating minus 4000 gets our modern dating. So 1600s here as well. It is the same as in the Parian Chronicles. They are the same. And very interestingly, as I compiled all this information, Archaix actually uploaded a video exactly on this topic, Silence of the Atlanteans, Platonic Grift to Humanity. And he is much more harsh than I am. He directly accuses these pushers of the standard narrative, these 9,000 years before Solon, as simply being ridiculous and even outright lies by omission, right? Because he says that they quote these old historians, but then leave out the part that these 9,000 years can actually be quite well be interpreted as moon years instead. He says that he has challenged them all to a debate where they can be on a panel against him, and they have not taken him up on this challenge, at least yet, right? And that is actually very interesting, because if they had truth on their side, or if they were confident in their truth, why wouldn't they just all get on a panel and refute him, right? And debate him? It's actually quite interesting. It's also a video that would generate a lot of attention, right? It would be very good it would be very fruitful for all of them, right? Maybe it is because the only thing they have to establish this date is this quote from Plato. I mean, it is literally the only one. While if you interpret this as moon years, which we'll get to, is the opinion of the old scholars, that the Egyptian timeline is supposed to be counted in moon years and not in sun years. That when you do this, it actually synchronizes them with written history. And if you do it with the Egyptians themselves, they also synchronize with history. I mean, so it's kind of like, there you have it, right? That's how it's supposed to be counted. And he himself has done several videos on this topic, and Rubik himself wrote tons synchronizing the Egyptian civilization with all the other civilizations around it, right? I will get to it later on when I talk about chronology down the line. It's an immense topic to do. What is interesting is that, talking about the Bible then, they knew about the lineage of Shem all the way up to Jesus, right? But they had fewer on the Japheth side and their lineage. And their lineage is actually more found in Europe. You have, for instance, the Ettartölur. This is an Icelandic source. The main one when it comes to the mythical kingly lines of Scandinavia. And in there, they said that the kings from Adam all the way up to Japheth here. And then you have Saturn in Crete, Jupiter, Darius, and Ericonius. So it goes from Adam all the way to Troy, right? This is also very interesting, and will also be another video in and of itself, right? But very interesting is, of course, that Iapetus, these are the same, his abode was in Tartarus, right? And I've covered this topic in my video called Scandinavia in Tartaria, which you can look at after this if you're interested. This is all for now, and I will see you again in a few days now, since I'm doing more of these kind of updates on my research, right? So I will see you again soon. Bye.